Hi everyone, how's it all going? And today I'm going to do an unboxing video of these two Beyblades I found in TK Maxx about 3 months ago. But I haven't really got around to unboxing them because I've been thinking of what type of video I'm going to do with them, because originally I was going to do a live unboxing on these two Beyblades just to try something out, but it's got to the point where I think I'm just going to do a regular unboxing of them because I don't really have anything else that I can unbox at the moment. So I thought I'd just open these and see what they're like, because they're Hypersphere base and I haven't had a Hasbro's own, and you get what I'm trying to say, a Hasbro original GT Hypersphere bay. So I thought I'd unbox it and I'd take a look at them and see if they're any good. They're probably going to be only good against Hasbro bays because they're going to be made out of purely plastic. But if you're wondering what the angle is, well, this is a very different angle because I'm actually recording this in my bedroom because I can't get in the garage at the moment, so I'm going to do it here. So if the angle isn't too great and it looks a bit awkward or whatnot, it's because I'm in my bedroom and it's kind of awkward to get around this setup I've got, so I might have to come to the side when I unbox it. But here's the packaging. It's your typical Hypersphere packaging. There's no launcher. What comes with these Beyblades, which I think is quite interesting, because when Hasbro used to do 2-packs in Metal Fight, they used to give you launchers, but now they've just stopped doing that in burst. You've got the parts, and it comes with Orbigus or Orb Engaards, depending on what you want to call it. I'm just going to call it Orbigus because that's what I called it that's what I've always called it, because the Japanese dub comes out before the English dub. And I've also got Monster Ogre, and I've never had Ogre at all. It's not even a proper Beyblade, it's not even in the anime, so it'd be interesting to see what it looks like. I guess it does come with Outer, which Orb Aegis normally does come with, or I don't know why I said Aegis there, I'm supposed to say Orb Aegis, but you can tell I'm just in a different surrounding. I'm just going to open it because that's what you all want to see.
A few moments later.
Right, so I've got both of the bays outside of the packaging, and I have put them together simply because I thought it'd look better when I smash them back in the ring, that's all. But I'm going to start with Monster Ogre because I think this is definitely the main bay you'll go for unless you're just a real big fan of a green Orb Aegis, which I don't think many people are, but this is the main bay you probably buy this for if you are a Hasbro fan. And the layer itself, try and have a proper look at it. It looks okay, but it does lack detail, and that's just a common theme with any Hasbro Beyblade. It's kind of been the case for a very long time. I can't remember the last time Hasbro did a really detailed Beyblade, probably in Evolution. Well, I guess they've done the Legends series as well, haven't they? So maybe they've done a good job on some of those. I've never bought one though. So the chip itself, it does have that cheap feeling about it. It's very simplistic, but I think it looks solid. It looks okay. It looks better than some other Hasbro bays, definitely. It's acceptable if I'm gonna really critique it. Even though most people who buy these probably won't critique it as much as a collector would. But if you're just a kid who wants a Beyblade, then it should be fine. We've got the outer disc, which I think is probably one of the best parts about this. But it does look hollowed out. I've never had a Takara Tomy outer disc, so I don't know if there's any major differences. But normally the discs on Hasbro bays are just as good as the Takara Tomy ones. In fact, no, the GT ones aren't. I've just remembered the one on the Valkyrie isn't very good. The Blitz, that isn't nearly as good as the Takara Tomy one, nor is the Hurricane, or any of them, to be honest. I don't know. I think this is supposed to be Octa. This is supposed to be a Hypersphere version of Octa, and it definitely looks like a Hypersphere version of Octa, but I don't really like Hypersphere drivers. I don't think they're that good, and if you can find replacements for them, I'd definitely switch them out because I really don't think they're that good. I think they only work in the Hypersphere Stadium and against Takara Tomy bays. They're just really not that good, so I wouldn't recommend using Hypersphere drivers, especially not in competitive. Not that anyone would, but yeah. It's a fairly solid bay. I guess you could probably squeeze on the Takara Tomy Atomic if you really wanted to, because I feel as if this bay would be pretty good with Atomic. I don't know why. Maybe it wouldn't be, but I've got a Hazard Kirbyus with an atomic on it, so I guess I could... There's a way in which you can squeeze on the Karatomi drivers onto Hasbro and it makes them super tight, so I might do that one time. But yeah, Monster Ogre, I think it's a fairly solid bay, considering it's a Hasbro bay, but compared to the Karatomi bay, it's not really that good, if I'm going to be brutally honest. But yeah, it is what it is. And we've got Aegis here. Sorry, this is a really awkward angle. If you could see me right now, I'm proper scrunched up into a ball. I'm actually proper scrunched up into a ball to try and film this, which is a bit annoying. So here's Aegis. Looks fairly solid. There's no metal on this layer, which is to be expected because Hasbro decided to cheap out. But I think it looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's fairly detailed considering it's a Hasbro bay. It's got that transparent green, which I think looks solid. I think Aegis suits green to an extent, simply because of all the snakes and whatnot, and obviously you associate snakes with green. So I could see where they're going with this. We've got the 7-disc, and the 7-disc's okay, but it was never too good in competitive, I don't think. It was never like a 0 or a 00 or anything, but it was solid, it was alright. It's an alright 7-disc, just like it's a Karatomi one. Yeah, the 7. Fairly decent. And we've got this Hypersphere Driver, and I don't know what this is trying to replicate. I'm just going to assume it's not amazing, because it's a Hypersphere Driver, but... Well, what's the name of it? Let's just see the name of the Hypersphere Driver. TH17, that's what it's called, TH17. It doesn't look too great, but it's acceptable considering it's a Hypersphere. I've said that too many times this video. The slopes on this are super weak, this is going to burst, and the slopes on Ogre are also fairly weak, but stronger than the ones on Aegis. So I guess I could do some test spins with these Beyblades and see if they're any good. So let's do Monster Ogre first. Yeah, there's a lot of movement there. Yeah, it's pretty energetic. There's a lot of movement. You could probably have a few fun battles with this. Now let's see the Aegis one. It's also got a lot of movement. Let's try and see if we can battle them. So that's going to be the end of this mini unboxing I'm going to do on these Hypersphere bays. Sorry if it wasn't as necessarily entertaining as some of my other unboxings I've done, particularly the Spriggan one, but still, I'm going to upload it nevertheless because I haven't done an unboxing video for a little while. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got a better view on these two Beyblades, and if you didn't then I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.